Hello, it's Laurence Ruston again, in the second of my series of clips about my book, Melodic Under the Microscope. What I'd like to do this evening is talk about one of the ideas again in the early stage of the book, where I talk about how a single note can be viewed as under different guises depending on what chord it's in. So it's all about perspectives, and the note I take is this note here on the first fret of the B string, the note C. The first chord I consider that in is the chord C, so it's the root note of a C chord here. So between all these chords I'll be emphasising that note there. That'll be my top note of each of these chords, that note C. And here it sits well in that chord. And then the next chord I look at is how that note C then becomes a major third of this A7 flat 9 chord. So then that note is considered from the A flat root note. Just doing how it sits well within that chord. The next chord I look at with that note C in is how it's the fifth of this F7 chord. Still hear that C there. This time it's for the fifth when it's viewed from that F note. Here, the next chord is the minor third of this A minor 7 chord. I'm keeping all the voicings down this end of the neck, this and that end of the neck, just so you can see visually how that's seen out there. Stays within all those chords. The next chord I look at is the B7 altered chord, so that C is the flat 9 that B7 altered chord. That C note is still there on top of that B7. So it sits well within that chord, quite a dissonant chord but still sits well within it. And finally, how that note C is the major 7th of a D flat major 7 chord. Now, the reason I look at those early on in the book is because it's important to be quite flexible with the namings of these chords when you sort of see them from different vantage points. So you can see how there, I just demonstrated how the note C is not just can be considered a whole group of ways. So it's a root note, it's a major third, it's a fifth, it's a minor third, it's a flat 9, it's a major 7th. In the book I talk about how that chord C minor major 7 could be viewed as A minor 9 flat 5 or B7 altered. So I'm being quite flexible with what I'm calling those chords and taking that through a whole bunch of different chord progressions, taking those ideas through a whole bunch of different chord progressions. So get yourself familiar with those different ways of thinking of that note C and it's the different perspectives it can be viewed from. And within the book I put those ideas through the ringer, I guess, and get you hopefully more familiar with different chord names. More from me soon. Enjoy.